15 minutes ago.
I'm recording.
I don't know if we is, but you were ready probably 20 minutes ago.
I mean, I was ready at 7:20 this morning. Don't you remember the text message? Right on time.
No doubt about it, man. So, one thing I would like to do real quick is to try and do a brief summary again. I thought about it, and I don't... If there's things that your characters would know, I'll prompt you. But if there's things that you guys just forgot, then I don't want to... Then it's not fun if I'm just telling you everything that you should be knowing.
Right.
But everything that's happened in the past few days, like literally, right? Mm-hmm. So I like to think of it in some cases, there's things that have just happened a lot, very, very, very quickly. So my thinking of is in-game, I like to try and give a good in-game story for anything, right? And this is the first time you guys have had to really pause. So to me, it seems like a good time to do a quick overview recap of some things that you guys may have forgotten.
Okay.
And instead of me trying to tell you all the things that you guys have forgotten, I'm just going to go over a broad overview, and then you guys can... It's kind of like you guys been able to sit and process.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I thought of it, right?
Works for
That's
me.
how I justified it to myself.
We've done this before, Austin.
Well, I don't know. Like, no, I mean,
I don't remember sessions.
No, after last week being kind of a in-game one-shot, this is good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to explain it. We've done this before.
Well, I'd like to explain things.
He's explaining it for him. He's thinking out loud, man. Like Ed Sheeran.
He kind of looks like Ed Sheeran.
Oh, no. He's
I got my
he's way better looking than Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran's an ugly fucker.
I was prescribed some glasses by my doctor. She said that I'm slightly nearsighted. I told you guys this last time. But I now have the glasses, and these are them. So, and I think they've helped. I mean, just today, that's one reason I don't play the PlayStation for very long at night, because I would just kind of get tired and, I don't know, kind of a weird headache, but it wasn't really a headache. But now I think it was just eye fatigue.
It is.
Blue light glasses might be useful as well.
So these are blue light. These are built in.
Okay.
No, because I have blue light glasses.
Okay.
But they were kind of weird.
I figured you would.
These are, I mean, well, yeah, who would have thought staring at a computer screen from a foot and a half away for 10 years? I mean, might do something to your eyes. Go figure.
You're going to have eye strain.
Yeah, so I do.
Also, you're going to have carpal tunnel at some point.
But just these, I think, have, like, just today, wearing them for a day, I feel like it's helped. So.
Me too, yeah.
Again, so I'm just going to try and stick to the points that have something to do with either something moving forward or whatever. We started with Tux and Annette, fish workers, on the dock.
Yes.
Catching fish, cutting it, cleaning them, selling them. That was what they did. Tux was found on a hillside after essentially turning himself off after he saw the people that he was helping essentially get mashed and destroyed by a giant. And then he just kind of lost the will to live. No, he didn't, John?
He watched the people he loved get killed by a manticore.
Okay, thank you.
He got destroyed by a giant and then was rebuilt by the Kenku, who he fell in love with as a family.
Yes. Well, yeah, and then you... How did you get to be
for a wizard?
How did you get to be a part of the wizard? Or to...
Well, he found me in the forest and
he
somehow awoken me. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know how, don't know what he did, but...
Did whatever they do to constructs, probably.
Yeah.
Or something similar.
Yeah, it's like finding an old Apple computer that's 20 years old.
Because I'm just now getting memories from that, and I don't really know what... I remember waking up, but he never told me what he did, so...
And so you traveled with him for like 2 years?
No, I was with him for like 15 years. We traveled all over the... Yeah.
Until you went to.
He lost me in a poker game to Annette.
Lost you in a poker game, which awesome.
Yep. He's
So-
got quite the crazy adventure story.
I like to think he
backstory.
definitely has like an Albert Einstein sort of like crazy genius vibe to him, like in general. That's kind of how I pictured him. Like super
see
smart,
that.
but also like kind of high, like
Yeah.
a Gandalf Einstein type figure. Like he's definitely smoking that pipe weed, but he knows his shit. He's not fucking around.
Yeah.
And then we've got Hunter. So Hunter probably grew up knowing that he had magic. His family kind of was a magical family. He was he knew of it.
My mom's side.
On his mom's side. But he never he knew that most people didn't have magic these days. And so he became somewhat reserved. Not just because of the magic, but also, I believe, his temperament, if I'm correct. He just, especially after he lost his sister, he just kind of went off on his own. And I like the idea that nature became his companion, sort of thing. Right, boss?
Yep.
Yeah. And it wasn't until, and he was just doing his own thing, occasionally helping people, but mostly keeping to himself until some guards came to his house. And your home was the High Forest?
Yes.
So somehow these guards from the Sword Coast realm, maybe there's some sort of extradition treaty, because the High Forest isn't technically part of the king's domain, but he still obviously has influence, and he can send and do whatever he can get away with, right? So some guards come to your house and say, we are investigating a murder. We would like you to come with us, please. And you didn't put up a fight. You didn't say, nah, fuck no, you're not taking me alive, coppers. You were like, I mean, sure, fine, whatever. Let's just get this over with. And then they take you to Waterdeep. And that's where the captain of Waterdeep says that there's a murder that she's investigating, and this murder has ties to other things that they're investigating. And she mentioned that you might become a target. She didn't know why, but if this person who committed this crime, which might have been you, committed the crime, then they might be coming after you. And then you were like, no, I didn't commit this murder. Also, I'm good, thanks. And she was like, cool. It's not our policy to whatever. I can't prove it. It seems like I think it was you, but she also didn't really press the point either. You guys were yeah. Tux and Annette, you guys were talking to him when they were essentially attacked, when Varys was in the jail cell by the red cloak, by the red sashes that actually came in and attacked that place. And that's where the three of you first fought together, and then were then hired together to steal some documents, right? It turned out that you were actually surreptitiously, you now know that this captain of the sea was hired by none other than the king's older sister, the ousted queen of the realm. She was the one who hired this captain to hire you by proxy, right, to go and steal the letter that the king was holding over her head, essentially, and using as blackmail. And that's part of the reason why you would probably be able to deduce, it's not much of a leap of logic, that the people of the queen who were attacking got a little carried away attacking the people of the king, even though Waterdeep really is sort of a semi-autonomous city-state that pays homage to the king. and is liege to the king, but runs sort of their own affairs. And that the elf, who is the captain there, is probably older than the king himself, right? So, through twists of fate and attacks, you guys are sort of hired as consulting, or what was the term you used, John? Mercenaries?
Yeah, like mercenaries, swords for hire.
Yeah, I like to think of it as consulting mercenaries.
Adventurers.
Like you guys were hired on your own because you didn't want to get tied down with allegiances at all. When you guys were talking and sort of going back and forth, she gave you guys a little cash. But you guys then said that you didn't want much help from her because you knew that they were watching her. That you're kind of getting involved in some kingdom politics and shit. You know that you've been hired by the queen to go to some of these old houses that are very powerful, who the queen believes will support her, and you guys are gonna go try see what the fuck's up, right? From what I remember, you guys essentially were like, we don't trust anybody, but you know what? We can go find out. We can learn some about this lady, and see if these people who she says are her friends, what they got to say about her, right?
Yep.
And you guys then get attacked by those red sashes again, and this time shit turns close to deadly. They are not fucking around, and they are trying to kill Hunter. Hunter doesn't know why. He knows some shit that happened when he was younger, but there's nothing that he knows to connect the dots of why he would be necessarily hunted to the extent that he is. And the captain, also putting some pieces together, knows that to some extent, though she doesn't know much of the story. She just followed the evidence, right? But Nahara? How do you say it, boss?
Nahara.
Nargahara.
It's an H instead of a J. Think of it that way.
No, I think we're gonna make that a hard G sound.
Nahara.
Nagara. That makes me
happy. Yeah, can't roll my R's, so I'm not even gonna try, boss.
Yeah, Nagara. It's a hard G.
I'm doing the American version.
These fucking gringos.
Right? Naharda.
It's
Nahara.
Definitely not.
Nahara.
We're not letting you make that up, Austin.
Essentially, Nahara is fucking around and attacking supply lines, and is sort of like doing raids on the kingdom, the entire Sword Coast kingdom. And basically, they've been known as being isolated. There are no main roads to go through, or even to. They're surrounded by essentially a swampland, some mountains to the north, some mountainous hilly regions to the west, and to the south, some pretty big cliffs with some forests. So they're pretty geographically separated. There's no roads that go into them. They've always kept themselves, and there's not a lot of actionable intelligence we have on them, other than that we know there's the Snake Hills, which we can infer. There's a history. It's almost it's like horror stories that have kind of come in, that have turned into what's the word?
Like myth? Legend?
It's just scary stories.
Myth and legend?
Legend?
Bird?
Like when on the campgrounds, when you tell scary stories around the campfire.
Sure. Yeah, like a legend.
Yeah. So different stories have morphed into different things, and Tux, being the historian, has said these are the things that we sort of know, but even those weren't really from reliable sources. There's been no academic sources that have gone in there. We don't have anything for certain. We're kind of on our own, but we know one thing. Everything points to these guys are fucking shit up and are trying to kill Boz. They got a hard on to get his fucking head off of his body, and we don't know why. So, and then the kingdom
kill them all.
The kingdom is also like, these guys are fucking around. If you guys can go and like fuck them up, or like find out what the hell's going on, use your best judgment. after you were hired as mercenaries for hire or consulting mercenaries, you guys were given that letter from the captain, which you guys could communicate with because it was essentially peer-to-peer encrypted. It only goes from that piece of paper and then it goes on yours, and then it goes to theirs once a day. And that's kind of where we're at now. Do you guys have an idea of some things going on in the kingdom? You're exploring, figuring shit out, and in our last adventure, you met Leo, a lion woman, on an adventure to help bring her people out of ignorance to find the Staff of Legend, which you guys were able to help her find, and she was able to help you lead you guys through the High Moor through secret paths that she knew. You guys are now standing victorious in the caves, the caverns beneath the entrance or the spring of the river that goes in front of the castle that you guys are next to. My idea for this is essentially it's hilly, and then there's a spring, and that spring feeds into a river, and that river feeds the moat of Orgoth. And you guys are deep in the caverns underneath where that river starts. Fairly close. You guys can clearly see you're within sight distance, right? So however far that is, a few miles. Maybe less than maybe a mile and a half. And you guys standing victorious in this spider dungeon cavern after slaying multiple small spiders and some nasty ones, helped her get her staff, and she thanked you and went back to her people. And now you guys are standing in the cave after you guys have helped her and yourselves. What do you guys do?
Head back out and get back on the road. On the path.
What time of day is it?
It's dusk. Looks like it's dusk. You guys had a full day.
Then we get out of the cavern and set up camp.
Also, I will remind you, last time you guys did have an idea of searching the caves out a little bit more to see if there was anything else, or if it led you anywhere else.
Yeah.
I think that was more of a player.
Well, I was like, well, if we're so, if this cavern can lead up in and can get us in, that's something we should explore, I think, don't you?
Do we want to go into the city?
Well, we got to go somewhere. I mean,
or into this castle? Aren't we trying to go around it so we can get into Nahara so we can find the people we're looking for?
Sure.
Or do we think because there were guys outside that this could be their castle?
Well, we honestly don't know 100% what we're looking for, too.
No.
I mean, if this thing's like a back way in to where we don't have to come straight through the front door or the front gate, and we're here already.
But let's say this is the cap. Do I know anything of this castle with any history checks we've made, or do you need a new one?
No, you made some good history checks when you were studying it. You know the name of the castle. You know where it is on a map. You know it was built hundreds of years ago, but everything else that you've heard about it
is just the castle in the Troll Marsh.
It's all hearsay and horror stories and ghost stories.
Okay. Now you're talking about Orgoth.
Yep. Really, and the entire realm. And it's
Orgoth is still in the High Moor, whereas this one is in Nahara.
Well, not if he's saying it's not. I mean.
Okay. Well, he's saying that, I'm asking for clarification.
Right. So is Orgoth in Nahara, or is it part of it, Austin?
Or is that still in the High Moor as it looks on?
You guys really aren't sure. It's it's on the edge of it. If they aren't part of it, then they might be friendly with them, or they might be enemies of Narada, and they might be
So,
allies. They could be enemies themselves.
Okay.
so even though
Um,
Austin hasn't told us one way or the other, I think that possibility is very interesting. That perhaps they have info for us on what we're walking into.
but should we be going in the back door and not the front? Shouldn't we check the front door if we think they might not be hostile? It would be very rude to walk in
I
the
mean,
back.
Well, we have no reason to believe that they're not hostile.
I think
Still no reason to break and enter.
here's the thing. We can go until we can't anymore, and if we feel like perhaps this is the wrong means of entry, we go back out the way we came and go in another way.
Yeah, that is true.
You
I will
know?
follow your lead in it.
Man. We have good means of stealthing. I can check things out. Hunter has his ways.
Yep.
We could do this very stealth like, and perhaps
I'm not
gain.
the quietest, but we can try.
Well, we know the sounds you make. We will do our best. Um Hunter has ways. Are we going to? How's everybody feeling right now, health wise?
Well, we would have rested since our last combat, unless he.
I'd like to think that you guys are probably gonna rest in the cave that you just.
That's what I was thinking.
And you guys are just talking things over.
Let's rest in here, and then check it out.
If you guys want to sneak in, I do have Pass Without a Trace.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
I know that's a great spell. And one that should be used with his clunky ass.
Yes.
Here's the
For
thing.
sure.
You're down probably a few spells, I think, right?
No, we wouldn't. We all had a long rest. We didn't go through this, so that would be up to Austin.
But I don't think we've rested since the troll fight.
No, it took us a week to get from where the troll fight happened.
John is correct.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Had to have.
Well,
So we're good to go.
Okay.
If it didn't, I got some words for Austin.
I don't
the troll
remember.
fight happened down on the road.
I didn't remember where it happened. Okay.
Okay.
So in that case, fuck. Okay, well the next time we rest, we gotta fucking pump some spells back into this ring, because we got room to deal with it. Yeah, I mean, we can go in. I'll lead the way. If something I can start scouting ahead. If something comes up, I can run away from damn near anything.
Okay.
You know. So.
You want to head in now, or do you want? So what would we have expelled in that dungeon, Austin? Like, how do you want to do that?
You guys took a rest, and you guys are back to full health.
Okay.
So, Hunter, because some of your spell slots are still marked off from that last battle, take a long rest.
Okay.
Because that was from like a week ago.
Yeah, it'll recharge some stuff.
Yep.
Done.
Cool. Okay. I'll head in. I don't know how far back you guys want to hang. I can see now in the dark. I know you guys can too. Vaz, how's your stealth?
Stealth.
Shouldn't be
plus
bad.
3.
Plus 3. That's not bad. I mean, it's up to you. I'm more than happy to scout ahead.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys want to do. Okay.
And if we really need to sneak by, then we can do the spell.
Well, yeah. If I can see some people like around like, hey, there's some things around that corner. If they don't see me, I'll just come back and we can draw them to us.
Okay.
With sound and whatever. We'll just have Tux do some jumping jacks. So, yeah, I'll start walking in, Austin. Moving stealthily and doing perception checks for any dangers. So let me know when you need things rolled.
You're walking back into where?
Going into this cavern that we're by.
Okay.
Or in. I'm gonna head deeper in and see what's up.
All right. Here it is.
Hey, Austin, if you ever want to mimic Tux's sounds, just move around in your chair somewhere.
Yeah. Just him walking. Oil can.
That's funny.
Oh, that must be John's chair.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's in control of it then.
Yeah, there you go.
Austin had a good wobble that was him. Would be definitely be him walking down the hall. Seeing if yours has a squeak at him.
It's inconsistent.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm good on my couch, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Mine's got that old rocking chair.
if your
feel
couch
to
is
it.
squeaky, you got issues.
True.
What? John's just gonna go real fast and make it sound like Forrest Gump's mom's bed.
It doesn't. No, it's not like giving enough of a noise going that fast. The slow gives it the good noise. That gives it that creak of like the door when you're fucking a teenager sneaking in and out of the house.
Fucking a teenager. You should,
That's what I
you
heard
were-
too.
you
You
should
were a
read that.
teenager sneaking
No,
in
we heard what you said.
Fuck off.
Did we?
Those
When you
Marines
were
are-
a fucking teenager
those Marines are
and
dirty
you were
motherfuckers.
sneaking in and out of the house.
Fucking-
You need me to pronounce every word? Come
yeah,
on, fuck off.
I mean the
Words
courts
mean things.
the
Words
courts
are
do.
important.
Words mean things.
The court system definitely is gonna want that. I'm just saying. Just think about it. Something to keep in mind.
I don't plan on like fucking any kids.
I know,
Just
but
saying.
plans. You know the old saying, "Man makes a plan, God laughs."
What the?
That's a saying.
I mean,
The best laid plans often go
so you're
awry.
saying
How about
my
that?
new argument against religious people should be like, God made child molesters. You want me to
Well,
believe
I
in
mean,
God?
some of them say
I
that.
mean, technically.
I mean, fuck, they think gays cause tornadoes. I don't think it's too big of a leap to get to where you are.
These people are
Or
ignorant.
hurricanes.
They are ignorant. Oh, you can't see that for shit.
I believe that was Nikki Glazer's first joke when Sean Hayes was hosting a roast. Like, give it up for the reason Mike Pence thinks we have hurricanes. I'm like, damn.
Nice.
Yeah, it's because God punishes them, right?
Yeah.
My favorite is when they tell you you're going to hell. Oh, good. I'll see you there.
Hey, John,
Your
have
book says, "Judge not, lest ye be judged in the same light by God yourself." So,
Hey, John, did you see the guy at the draft with his John Clayton shirt on? But it's in like
no.
Slayer font.
no,
It's
that's
so
awesome.
Yeah,
That's so fucking
it's
awesome.
perfect because that one commercial is the best.
That's the best fucking commercial. I think maybe ever.
I have
It's up there.
okay with the ESPN ones. I love that one. I love the one with the Oregon Duck working in an office and he's looking outside and at the pond and all the ducks are in the pond. And
Nice.
he's just sad. And then
Oh,
there's,
see,
There's one more also where some ESPN Sports Center analyst gets in an elevator and the Jersey Devil mascot is in there. He's like going up.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah, that was great.
Because I was an older brother and had a younger brother, the Peyton Eli ones.
Yeah.
Those were some of my faves, with them kicking
Yeah.
each other in the ass, walking another. Because I've done that.
That was funny.
Like,
my favorite one was the one where Steve Irwin tackles the Florida Gator.
Yeah.
Yes. Crikey!
Yeah.
Look at the size of that one.
So good.
That was a good one. I'm real surprised that that's your favorite.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait, you mean the one with
they're
the
gonna
guy that loved animals?
they're gonna
and
stop.
They made
They're gonna stop
animal
the
joke?
draft news just to break that story.
Dun, dun.
Right.
Breaking news. This just in.
Dude, is it just me, or is the way everything is staged at the draft is just so full of shit?
I'm not watching it. I'm watching this panel talk about shit.
Well, dude, okay, they have the normal setup like they usually do at the Radio City Music Hall, but then they have like thousands of fans stacked up behind that, just standing in a single file row, so they can't see shit. I don't know what the hell the point of even being there is.
I don't know.
Then
I
again,
don't ever know what the point of going to the draft was.
Yeah, me neither. I
Like,
get
can
maybe
you
like
really,
the,
even if it's in the perfect stadium
it's
setting and
like
Well,
you got
maybe
the
like
best seat.
I can
It's in
understand like the
Vegas this year.
festivities. Yeah, I can understand the festivities. You know, like taking pictures, doing the shit that's there, signing autographs and stuff. But going to this draft, it makes I can't.
I could see doing a big draft after party, like concert thing. But fucking yeah, like going to the draft, like. Woo, my team got here, and there's only 8 fans from my team here, so yay! Because for some reason the draft's in Seattle, and I'm a Titans fan, and for some reason I went to fucking Seattle to see the draft because I got no life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's just weird.
and the people who go to the draft to me all feel like the green shirt guy at wrestling, like that just obscenely rich guy that just goes and does whatever they want. You know who I'm talking about?
Yep,
At WWE events, boss.
I do. He's
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
front row,
Okay.
just left to center. There we go.
Yep.
That's a good start. Nope, that's the wrong. I rolled sleight of hand by mistake. Still good.
Yeah, you know, you're gonna have lots of bad rolls with that plus 11.
I was more
You
excited.
bottom out. You bottom out at 12, bro.
I was
So-
most excited about the perception check.
I mean,
Yeah, okay.
perceptions.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I had to do a slight pivot, but that's okay. I had the thing ready. I just had to do the thing, just in case.
Sure. Yeah. What monsters did you have to add?
No monsters. Nothing like that. I
Four
don't
white dragons. They
No,
all
no.
share a layer.
know. That would be fun for me though.
Yeah, I know.
That's not the point.
Hey, if they share a layer, I think they need to share their layer actions then.
Nope. 4 layer.
Yeah, there's no. You can't have
Absolutely.
4 layer actions in one fucking layer.
If you
Well,
got
Get the
now
fuck
I
outta here.
really want to just to piss you off.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean,
I
then I'm
won't
gonna
play
make
it.
the whole thing. I'm gonna make the whole thing a dream, and then
I won't hang up like
I'm gonna
feed,
make
but
I
I'll
love
sit
it.
here and berate
I'm
you the
gonna
whole
make the
time.
whole thing a dream. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I'll make it impossible, and then I'll make it stupid, and then it's like just ignore shit.
Just-
and
just-
then they're saying that was all logically
No.
inconceivable.
You just have a human walk out of a shower and
You
it's
never
with
even
it's with
actually
Tux's voice.
Wait,
He's
Met
like,
the
baby,
lion woman.
I dreamt that was a
Wait,
robot.
what if the first episode of House of Dragons starts with Jon Snow walking out of Daenerys getting out of a shower and be like, That was a crazy dream, John.
Right?
I dreamt you stabbed
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, well, you were riding the dragon again last night, baby.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
I don't
you
ride
guys,
it, I chase it.
He's like, "Hi, Auntie."
you
Gross.
guys, after the fight, you guys went out probably to the mouth of the cave. Maybe did some hunting, came back, and then you rested for the night, and now you're going back down the caves to see how, if you can, like, we'll say that you guys were going a specific way, following Leo's clues, but there's other shit and other passages, and you're close enough to the castle that it leads you guys to believe there could be a way, especially with the river coming from here, going that way. That's kind of what it sounds like to me, right?
Sure.
More or less.
Yes.
Sure.
Sure. I mean,
Sure world, baby. We're living in it.
I'm not. I'm just trying to, because last time we kind of did the one shot, so I'm just trying to give some. So you guys are going down this tunnel that you've already been down. I mean, I would imagine you guys would be pretty cautious, but not too cautious. But then you get to the point where you're at the place where before you turned right, and now there's different passageways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're there. So and that you saying that you're sort of tiptoeing forward, being cautious. You're leading, right? Essentially.
I'm gonna like scout ahead. How far back are you guys staying?
I would say no more than
60 feet. I mean,
yeah, I'd say like
But-
60 to 100 feet.
I was gonna say. I mean, you've seen her in battle, meaning you guys know I can move.
I know how
I can
fast
move
she
90
is.
fucking feet.
Yeah,
So-
so we'd be
If you
okay
guys-
with being like 100 feet away.
Right. Yeah, it's up to you
Because
guys.
I know
don't
you
care.
can get away from things too.
Right. So yeah, I'll stay. I don't know. I'll go and they'll trail.
What's the equivalent to a dungeoneering check? Would that be like a nature check? You think?
It depends on what you're trying to
Or survival?
discern.
I think
Survival
in
is
this case-
tracks.
I think in this case it'd be in nature because you're trying to read the cavern, you're trying to read the caves, you're trying to see which way would lead towards the castle.
Okay.
I mean, survival. Yeah,
So
I guess.
here-
I
You
can,
can do
I can do
nature.
survival too, though, but you're not really tracking anything. It's more just like the lay of the land, which is kind
Here
of
we go.
That's survival, though. Yeah.
So you can choose survival or
Nature is more your knowledge of plants.
Flora and
You can
fauna.
use whichever
Like-
one is better, nature or survival.
Survival's +1 better. I was gonna say you could
Yeah.
always just call for a straight intelligence check too.
I would say that's more of a survival check, though, in this instance.
19.
So you
Oh,
kind of get the
nice.
sense that going straight kind of goes up, so you don't really think that's the way to go. Whereas going left kind of goes down a little bit, and that kind of follows the river's path, sort of. So you think that you feel like left is probably the way to go.
Okay. Well, I'll head left. We don't have any kind of.
That's pretty straightforward.
Damn, we don't have like message, which is fine because it gets abused, but so do I don't see anything around the corner, do I? Cuz I would have them, I want to know that they're going the same direction I'm going.
Who's
And they
they?
can't, huh?
Oh, the guys behind. You can
Yeah.
leave like you could. I imagine you could like leave a mark. You have like some chalk or something.
Yeah, I'll
Or whatever.
yeah.
Leave a little sign.
I could
And
I could just draw an arrow in the
Well-
the dirt with my foot.
Also, if this is a long river cabin, we'll probably get to where we can see you before you get out of our sight once we get into this area.
Yeah,
Well,
Does that
they
make
could
sense?
They could just. You could wait there, and then they can come to you, and you can be
No,
like.
I'm
I
saying
think-
if it's a straight shot and she keeps going, if she
Yeah.
doesn't have to turn from here right away, we will still see her.
Yeah.
Is there an immediate turn?
Well, he said I'd go left, so yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
No, I'm saying once you turn left, if you go straight from there, we will be able to see you.
It
once we
doesn't
get
turn,
into
but
the
it does
cabin.
kind of go down a little bit.
Yeah.
So it starts to go down. So
I'll tell you what. If she gets to a point,
Okay.
if she gets to a point where she would think she would lose them, she'll wait.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good.
we'll just go with that.
So you go down this cave, and this side of the cave has a lot of the same spidery indications as the last one did. But you can also give me a well, no, you had a good survival check, and survival is you see some footprints.
Okay.
You see they look pretty old, but they don't really look like they've been disturbed in the dirt at all. Whereas before, you guys never saw any footprints in the other checks and fighting and everything else you did, just spiders and like other dead things. But this time going this way, it seems like it might have been traveled at one time,
Mm-hmm.
but possibly not recently.
Okay.
With the survival check with that survival check that you had last time.
So old footprints, but since we're in a cave, it's not particularly exposed to elements. Gotcha. Well, she'll keep going. Keep
Been preserved by stillness.
yeah. Keep going quietly down that left side. Did the footprints they look like humanoid, human,
Yeah,
elf, something of that
they
nature?
look. No, they give me a perception check.
Okay. 15.
They would. I mean, you've been traveling with a half elf, and you've seen other elves and stuff. And you've been people watching.
Right.
You would be able to kind of tell with general that this is probably bigger and heavier footed than
Okay.
than like an elf or like normal than what you're used to. They're just go down a little deeper, and maybe that's why they stood the test of time a little bit more than others, because you can tell that these aren't fresh.
Okay.
Heavier than your average humanoid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So something bigger. Okay.
So it's either a larger human or a fat human.
Something
or
like
larger
a
humanoid
or something
or
like a
fat
Goliath or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since they're not
You just ain't
fresh,
gonna find a fat elf.
right? Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
That's what I'm saying. That's
right.
why it's not an elf.
Right. Well, since
or
they
halfling, probably.
since they don't appear fresh, she'll just keep moving along the same way, slowly, making sure that she doesn't lose the boys, and keep going.
Yeah.
Make note of the footprint, and she'll actually what I'd probably do is wait until they got close and then point at the footprint and then keep going just to point it out to these two.
I kind of in my head, like the tunnel starts to go down, and I like to think that there's this point where when you turn around, you can just barely make the outline of where you just came from, which has more light than where you're at now. And you can see there, you guys have dark vision, and you can see each other, and you kind
I
of
got 120 feet of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
give
right.
like
So
a
I
little,
can see
you give
her
like a little
from where we're
wave
standing.
from pretty far off, and then you point, right? So you guys can still see each other, but
Right.
you're
Yeah.
a good ways ahead, and
Yeah.
then you sort of point to the tracks, and then you keep going.
Right.
You get to the
Yeah.
point where you can start to hear a trickle of water coming from somewhere.
Okay.
But you can still see what generally looks like you still see the same sort of traveled path, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
The old, long forgotten traveled path, we'll say. And it starts to get more rocky than dirt. It's a little bit more of a regular cave. It gets very humid, and even with your night vision and stuff, you can still see the exact far as you normally can, but it seems to like it's pitch fucking black now, absolutely pitch black. But you guys can still see, but you can definitely fucking tell.
Right.
As you're walking, the sound of water gets heavier, and you kind of see there's the cavern, and it sounds like you're essentially now walking along the side of an underground river. Not necessarily the same river, that's 40, 50 feet above you. But there's an underground subterranean river that you guys are walking along this path.
Okay.
As you're walking, you come up and you see a spike sticking out of the ground, and there's some sort of skeleton pinned onto the spike.
How I'm sorry to cut you off. How loud is this river? Because if it's making a decent amount of sound, she's just gonna wait for them to catch up. Because at that point, I'm not really worried about his noise. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, okay, yeah, no, it's not loud, but since there's no other sound, it's pretty loud.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
it
and
will. So you
it's
get to a point
cavernous
where you
and
can no longer
stone.
hear, and you wait, and then they come
Yeah,
again.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait by this skeleton for them. Just because, like I said, if there's no reason, if there's sound, we'll just wait. I'll wait for them.
So you do that. You guys, you wait, and they catch up to you, and you guys see this spear that seems to, like, how do I want to describe it? It looks like a trap was sprung, and someone stepped on it and got fucking impaled. That's what
Gotcha.
it looked like to you.
Okay. She's going to say, well, boys, it looks like perhaps this may not be the safest of areas. So, stay behind just a little bit, and we'll keep eye out for traps and such. Now that
Must
is
be very careful.
what is the skeleton like average human sized?
It's smaller.
And
Small.
how was it? You said it was a pin or punctured a certain way. How was it punctured?
So it looked like someone was walking, and then a big fucking spear came out and stabbed them from underneath.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we're gonna be on the lookout for pressure plates, tripwires, and suspicious
Exactly.
fucking holes in the ground.
So
We're Temple of Dooming
you
it.
guys are asking questions. Please, everyone, give me a perception check of
Yes.
Yep.
this thing that this thing.
Okay. Ooh, not great. 11.
14. Ugh.
Come on, John.
18.
There you
Not
go.
bad.
All right, so you guys are pretty much like, when you guys see it, it looks like kind of a trap, as what you would imagine a trap. But Tux, he remembers. Maybe he doesn't remember. He just sees it, and so he recognizes. Actually, no. Give me. I don't know. Maybe a history check. I don't want to overuse it.
He's
So
good.
Tux, you're basically able to see.
If you want me to take a deeper look at it, you're gonna have me do an investigation check.
No, I mean just with a perception check. It's not like it's pretty rudimentary. You can kind of tell with your foot as you give it, it kind of had a hollow piece. It seemed like it was dug out, and a pretty simple, spring, pressure sensitive, and that's kind of what it was. So you can tell it was a trap and it was buried. Pretty.
So does it look like there's a chance that there's going to be more of those in this area, or is this an instance where the floor was dug out, they put in a trap, then it was sprung?
So as you look up at the ground
out of
ahead of
place,
you-
or do I think I'm going to find more of these?
So as you look up ahead of you and you look at it some more, it looks like this has been here for a very long time. You kind of had to disturb some of the dirt. So it looks like it's been a while, and there's been enough just regular dirt and stuff that's kind of gotten down here. It's hard to tell. You can't tell. Everything looks pretty uniform, and even around the trap, it looks pretty uniform.
What I'm saying is, it's
You
not
can-
like I have brick floor and then an area where bricks were dug up, a
No,
trap
no,
was
no, yeah.
inserted,
Yeah, correct.
and it's so
It
it looks like a
it'd be
trap was sprung that was in the foundation. That's what I'm asking.
Correct.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that means there's more traps in the area.
You
We
don't
need
put
to
a
be careful.
you don't put a big circle around a trap. That's bad.
Oh, you put a
Yeah.
giant X.
No,
Right.
but John, yes, you are correct. But looking at it, it looks like this is just the natural terrain that it was designed to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Well,
I'm thinking like I'm envisioning Temple of Doom, so or
Yeah.
not Temple of Doom, but
Raiders of the
fucking
Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah,
Yeah.
the opening to Raiders.
I was
okay.
thinking of Goonies.
That too, yes, sir.
The movie
Fantastic
sucks.
movie.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Adam, you need to watch that again.
You shut
No,
your poor
it's not
mouth.
gonna.
And the
It's not gonna help.
Princess Bride.
It's not gonna help.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
So
Princess Bride
we'll stick together a little bit, I think now. But I'll keep.
Doesn't like either of those.
We'll keep. I didn't finish Princess Bride. That one I'll give another go. Goonies. Not
I
in
know,
there.
right, Buzz?
Yeah, those are two of my top 10 favorite movies.
That's
So normally in this instance, obviously, I would have done like a big map, and you guys would have had to like. But looking back on it, I feel like that just takes more time.
it.
So we're
does
just gonna
sometimes.
use our imaginations, and
Yeah.
you guys are sort of. It's pretty straightforward of what you're walking down. There's not a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah.
And you
So-
can't see what was underneath. There could be something underneath, but it's covered with dirt, and
Right. So like I said, we'll be steady, hard looking out for more of these
Looking for
tripwires,
disturbed
pressure
dirt.
plates,
Friggin'
anything that we might be able to see.
tossing handfuls of stone in front of us, like picking up handfuls of rock, tossing them out in front of you to disturb anything that might be there.
Or
you guys,
I also had the access to my animals. What is it? The spirit ones? Fuck, I forgot the name of it.
You're
Maybe
familiar?
send them out ahead. Thank you. Yes.
Find familiar?
Maybe just to send them out to see if there's a pressure switch that would shut it down.
like
I mean-
sacrifice lambs.
He would, yeah. They just trigger them.
I mean, if you
I
want,
think the issue is everything's covered in a layer of dirt.
I mean,
So it's covering up stuff that was set long ago, so we're not going to see it. That's what Austin's kind of getting at,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm suggesting throwing the handfuls of stone to disturb shit.
Now I must ask, Austin, is there a layer of mud in this sewer tunnel?
he wants to cover himself in it.
No.
sort of. I mean, you guys are next to a river, and caves are like almost near 100%.
No, I know exactly what he's trying to do.
Once you get down
So,
far enough, but
This
it's
is
where you
this
guys
is
are
this
at.
is
It's-
this
it's
is basically a
relatively-
sewer tunnel, right? So
It's
there's
relatively dry where you guys are.
okay. So there's no mud. There's no
Once you like,
dewness of any kind.
I imagine like there's a small cliff. The entire place looks somewhat man-made. It looks out of character for the rest of the tunnels. This place definitely looks like it might have been engineered because it has a definite tunnel. There are some parts where it opens up as you guys have been walking. There are some parts where it opens up and then kind of closes and then goes to like a rocky tunnel and then kind of opens up. And there's the river right next to it, and then there's the path right next to the river.
Well, I ask because if there is any amount of liquid or mud, I could cast water walk
You just walk on the river
and just walk over the
Yes.
traps.
instead of
Well, there's the river right next. There is.
right. We could just walk up the river.
We could do
Yeah.
that too.
I mean, which I'm cool with. Hey, when we were around the trap, did we see anything that may have caused it to spring? I know it was old, but like a busted tripwire off to the side or something like that.
No, the actual mechanism you can't really tell. It must have been eroded. You
Okay.
can see the old evidence of some type of spring that was underneath it,
Right.
but even that's mostly eroded too. But you can still see the spring-like thing. Like
Sure. No, that's cool. I just wanted to ask before we walk too far away. Well, how long does the water walk last?
I think a decent amount of time.
1 hour.
Oh, fuck, and
1
it's
hour.
a
I
ritual?
said this castle was an hour, was a mile and a half away from you guys when you were above ground. You can easily walk 3 miles in an hour.
I would say
Yeah.
do it because it doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
You could walk more than 3 miles in an hour.
No, absolutely.
Well,
But
not
I
if
said
you're
you could
going slow and
Yeah,
easily,
looking for shit.
you could
Yeah.
easily
Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
John, I like this idea.
I love this idea.
All right,
So
do it in here.
This is
Yeah,
a brilliant idea.
the only
I wanna
thing
know
I'll
more
ask
about
is
it.
if you do it
Do
in-
not cast. Do not use a spell slot, Boz, because we're gonna cast that as a ritual,
Mhm.
so it will not cost you a spell slot.
Yeah, you got time.
We
Yeah.
got it. Just
But
take 10 minutes.
I do want to hear this conversation
okay.
somewhat in character because this is absolutely beautiful. You
Well,
guys
we
are-
don't know. We don't know your
No,
spell slot.
I wouldn't tell him that in character. Hunter would know to
he's
do
gonna
that.
tell us that. Let him talk.
No,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
have him because that's a great idea. You guys came
Now-
down. You guys are in these places. You see traps, and then Hunter's like,
Look, I know we can see in the dark and shit, but do you really want to go through a dark tunnel or just walk on water?
I'm sorry. What? Do what with who now?
Walk on water,
She-
like he helped us walk through the swamp. Don't you remember, Annette?
Oh shit! I forgot we did that. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, just do that again, please. I imagine it will be
It's
much tougher to set the
brilliant.
traps on the water.
Plus, we wouldn't want Tux rusting.
Right. That would probably be very bad for him. Yes. Please make with the walkie.
Don't know that I can.
Well, this
then
is not
don't
the
cast-
moment when I
don't-
want to find out.
Don't cast it on him, and we'll find out.
Well, I don't want to have to walk. Well, I just walk across the bottom. I mean, it'll work for me either way. Are we going upstream or downstream? Because upstream's going to be hard.
I imagine we're going.
Oh,
downstream?
good. I could just fucking walk
No.
across the bottom of the
That's
friggin' river if I
noisy.
need to.
Yeah.
That's
No, just-
noisier.
Carry us on your shoulders.
Yeah, no, definitely going to walk on
Be
water.
like Treebeard.
I was about to say it is very deep, and it's extremely rocky, and it would be walking on the bottom would be like difficult terrain. Walking on top of the water would
No, but honestly, he would just get on all fours and let the water take him if he's going downstream and kind of bear crawl
If
his
that's
way
funny.
across the freaking bottom of the ocean or bottom of the river. It
These
would
are
be an
wonderful.
easy and fast way to travel.
Let's
you guys
just walk
just
on the
wanna-
water.
But yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah, where's it?
I'm walking on water for sure.
So
I'm just saying,
right.
feasibly, he could do that. You gotta think about the capabilities.
capabilities.
Don't make fun of me all you want.
You're
You're the one being like, man, I didn't even think they would ever do that. I'm fucking trying to prep you for
I
this
could
shit.
do a backstroke in the river next to the last thing. Go fuck yourself.
All right, Boz does the thing.
I can breathe underwater. Don't you remember going to the bottom of the fucking bay?
Shablooey. There. Got it.
Okay, so we're walking on the water now.
All right, you guys, Boz, you do your ritual and cast a spell, and you guys can then get the same sense of being able to walk on top of the water as if it's just normal terrain.
Let's
You guys-
still keep an eye out though, in case if we do spot any of those traps, maybe we can spring them from the water in case we gotta hightail it out of here. Just a thought.
You guys go a good ways. Everyone, give me a perception check, because
Okay.
as you said, you are sort of looking for the traps and stuff.
Son of a 20.
Nice. 14 for me.
Oh, fuck yeah. 24.
There you
So
go.
I think
19
you
on the
guys,
die.
you guys rolled really well, and it sounds like as you guys were much lower, like you guys aren't walking on top, right? You guys are now in the river, so what was the floor is much closer to your eye line. As you guys are walking, you all come to the spot, and it looks like this place has been disturbed a little bit, and you guys see what you think is a trap.
So like the bank, you're saying like the bank is higher now?
Yeah, because you guys are in the
Okay,
river.
okay.
And land, so
Yeah. Okay.
now you guys are here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we investigate that area and see if we can maybe try and either disarm it or trip it safely?
Sure. Just
Okay.
yeah, give me an investigation.
Ooh, 19.
There you go.
It looks like you need to put something heavy on top of it.
Tux, reach down, see if you can find a big rock and put it over there. And she points at the area Austin was talking about.
My dick.
But that's gonna fire. Okay, yeah, he'll get a rock.
Does it
and
look like the same type of trap, Austin,
He's-
where it shoots a
he's-
spear out of the ground?
I mean, it looks like this place. It looks like it's been disturbed. It looks like it's been worked. It's a very.
he's
a very
gonna stay
weird-
below the riverbank where he's
Yeah.
safe and toss a rock up
Yeah,
there.
it basically looks like it's an even a symmetrical shape that sticks out that is
Thank you.
around the same area as the last one.
All right.
Tux, as you pick up like I like to think like a small boulder. Like for you, you pick up this huge thing that's like it weighs almost nothing in your hands, but it's like a 30-pound rock. When you put it on there, I mean 30 pound. You don't think 50 pound?
I don't know.
No, like
Imagine you pick up some.
5, 10. He's gonna take a little thing that he can huck up across the fucking. I'm not getting close to a pressure plate.
What
Like-
he's,
You
what
don't
he's
have
saying
to.
is you're very strong and you could throw it that far.
You pick up a rock. The others are like,
A
damn.
50-pound boulder.
Think of Andre the Giant in Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pick up a big. You pick up a
Yeah,
big
but those
rock.
would be like 5, 10-pound
Oh,
rocks.
John, are you doing
That's
this
what I'm
to,
saying.
Like, do I need to roll for how big this rock? Like,
No,
you pick up a big rock and then
Do
you
your
put it on top of the
physics.
pressure sensor very carefully, and then you hear some activation, cling, and the spear jumps out, and kind of impales the rock halfway, scatters the rock into pieces, and then the actual spear also gets fucked up.
Right.
So you've activated it, and
So, like, also, just for
Yeah.
reference, John, you are exactly as strong as a brown bear. like,
That's quite strong.
Yeah.
That is.
like picking
And I
up
like-
a 50-pound rock and throwing it would be like you or me throwing a medicine ball or a basketball.
And like I said, you guys aren't necessarily at eye level. Like, we'll say that you in the river where you guys are in, the path that you guys are walking is at sort of shoulder level. So
Right.
you just picked up this big boulder and then
Gotcha.
dropped it on it, sprung it, and you guys sprung the trap. So yeah,
okay.
you guys have an idea of now what the traps are. At this time, because you guys are in a different sort of angle, you guys can actually make out a sort of on the other side of where the trap was, make out like a small arrow pointing both ways. And on one side of the arrow, it looks like there might have been something written there. That's essentially the direction of travel that you guys are going towards the castle. It looks like there was something written there, but time has worn it down. So it looks like there might have
Can
been
we
some.
take a closer look at it?
Yeah, you can.
Investigation check
Sure.
to see if
yeah.
we can discern what it says.
Yeah, let's see if you can make it out. That's old.
Oh, nice. That's a 19, I think. Let me double check.
That's a 20 for me.
Shit, man,
Nice.
I'm doing
Yeah,
terrible.
19 for me. 20 for Adam.
So Boz is still confused on how Tuck was able to pick up something so big, and
Derp.
Hunter's just like throwing amazing. You other two, it looked about the correct length in some of the letters, although it might be spelled a little differently. Of where's my roll 20? Oh, it's right here. I'm a dum dum. I'm a dum dum too, Adam. It looks like it spells out Orgoth, but in old letters, and you kind of can't read it. But if you were to try and take a guess, it looks like it's what it's telling you.
Okay. It's telling us which way is which.
Yeah.
Well, shall we continue on?
Goodness, messenger, you went all the way downstairs. That must have been really
Onward march.
It was life changing. I got chills. As soon as you're done there, it'll make you do watch the same thing do.
Watch something,
Yeah, do you know Sandstorm? The song?
sort of.
Okay. Say it live.
This song.
That song.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Bob.
Say
Anytime.
it live.
I do know that song. Yes,
Oh my god.
that's cool.
Okay, that's when you get bumps on.
Wow, she saw a live orchestral playing of Sandstorm. Apparently, and it changed her life a little bit.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love those moments.
Is Adam going pee again? I see he's going to the corner of his house.
Yeah, that's his pee
Probably.
corner.
It looks like, yeah.
That would be the back door, but yeah, kind of.
All right. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. It looks like it might have at one time been directions of where to go in the tunnel where it's leading to.
Okay.
Well, shall we? Onward?
Yes, we shall.
Are you mocking me?
Are you mocking me?
Yes.
He's trying to copy me.
she goes, oh, I'm Hunter. I turn into animals.
I'm a redhead and I like fish. Blah,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah.
You see her get this wistful look thinking about fish.
Right.
All right. So you guys are walking on the water again, back down towards what looks like is taking you to the castle on some ancient road that has some ancient booby traps. Not well. It looks like a very old, not recently traveled, but somewhat recently traveled. As you guys keep walking, you walk into a much bigger cavern than you've seen before, and you see tunnels that go off into different directions this time. But you can still now that you guys know what you're looking for, you can clearly see where this sort of traveled path was. But you guys see a nest of spiders on top.
How big are these spiders?
So, let me try and give you some imagination, right? So you're in this huge cavern.
Okay.
It's pitch black.
Okay.
You guys can still obviously see, but everything is the same color. You can't perceive any colors with your night sight, if I'm correct.
Right.
Right. There's this huge cavern. You can clearly see where the path leads to, but essentially blocking the path, there looks like there is. Imagine Shelob from Fellowship. You can see the tunnel, but the tunnel is covered in spider webs, and there are some big fucking spiders on it. Very similar to the ones that you guys fought in the last episode at the very end.
Why do I not remember fighting spiders?
Because you
We
didn't.
didn't fight
we didn't.
spiders.
Okay.
It was an after credits.
He's trying to sneak it in and he's confusing people.
No, it's fine.
Right,
like,
no,
okay.
but at the end of the last one, we just said.
Yeah.
John, you didn't see him do the quotes.
I did do.
Yeah, so that's on you.
No, I knew.
Well,
I
Adam
saw
did.
him. I saw him with my peripherals. I knew
But
what he
Adam
was
You
doing.
gotta use your peripherals.
This is like fourth time he's done it tonight. That's why
I think I see a ficus.
A rubber tree plant. Okay. So there's no skirting with like these spiders are in our way. It's impossible to skirt these, right?
We can always go back,
Yeah, but
but it's
there's
been
no
like
stealthing past them.
you guys have been walking for like a mile.
so
No.
she draws her swords quietly and then points at the thing and then like gives the thumbs up.
Um,
And then I'm like, yes.
Are we far enough away that we can have like a short conversation before we?
even
They
him.
notice us?
No, you well there is.
Because we wouldn't have gotten
No,
that
you
close.
guys are still walking on the water. There's still the water, which definitely would cover the noise because water makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, I mean we can whisper
So
really
whispering
closely.
carefully, you get the sense that you right.
Is there webs all over this area? Do we see
Not
like
all
webbing?
over the
Is
entire
this
area,
a nest?
just over essentially what the entrance is.
Like, but we see it like around where the spiders are at, like a bunch of webbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunter, could you cast maybe a fireball? Maybe we can burn most of them out, burn them up in their own webs before
Fuck yes,
they
I
get to
could.
us. If we're standing on the water, they can't even get to us. We could take them out.
You want a flaming spear? Is that what you're asking for?
Yes.
That's all you gotta do.
You summon a flaming sphere and just basically torch it through their webs and burn them up in their own webbing.
Yeah.
and then we stay on the water and let them clear the area out. We go
Yeah,
past
it's probably
because
good.
they
I
can't
mean,
get to us in the water anyway. They can't
unless-
swim.
if they can stand in it, they can. I
But
mean,
he said it's super deep earlier.
It's somewhat deep, but these are also
big
very large spiders.
big
These aren't.
spiders.
These are
Yeah.
people-sized spiders.
But spiders don't have strong legs that wouldn't get swept away in a river.
They're also
That's a-
fantasy spiders.
I'm just
Like you don't know that.
I get that. I'm just saying. Like,
you're getting more Animal Planet-y than I am.
I'm just saying, don't force like
Suspend your
if we
disbelief.
find a way to fucking get around it,
I know.
don't force it.
I know. But also remember the rules for burning up webs. It's not that much damage.
No, I understand that. That's what I'm saying. More or less to scare them out of the
You
way
guys
so
talk
we
a
can
little
get
bit. I'm gonna go
past.
take a poop.
Okay.
That's what
I'll be
I'm
back
thinking.
in
We
like
use
2
it to scare them off.
Well, yeah. If they flee, great. But if they
But
don't,
also we stay in the river because they should not be able to get to
well,
us. Because they shouldn't.
Here's the thing.
That's physically just
I don't think I don't know. I think you're not suspending your disbelief enough.
no, because like a giant spider would be like the medium-sized spiders in fucking Chamber of Secrets, like the ones that were about the size of a fucking big ass dog.
Yeah, I mean,
Those legs are going to get swept up, and it's going to get brushed down.
but they have 8 of them. So like,
and if it's 3 or 4 foot deep, it's probably going to be underwater.
they have man. Like I know. I'm not trying to
Like-
be murder hobo-y either, but like,
That's
also say
Well,
yes a little
What I'm
bit.
saying is not even murder hobby. We're in a protected situation.
Right, and I agree with you. But
That's what I'm saying.
yes, and because if they are walking through it, it's probably going to be difficult terrain for them.
Yeah.
So, like, but like, just because we're in a river doesn't mean that they have to get swept away. Like, we can stand in it. A spider should be able to if its head can stay above
We've
water.
never stood in it. We don't even know. He never said we could stand it.
Like he gave me the impression we could, but
Earlier when I said I would just walk through it, he said it gets pretty deep. And we're way further down the ways. That's where I'm getting at.
I look, okay.
Yeah.
I just if I gotta fight spiders, it's not that big a deal for me.
No, I'm not saying it is. Not at all.
Okay, these fucking whiteouts can stop coming off the
But
board,
making
even though
making us fight them in the middle of a river is
what is what?
like it's fucking dumb.
Why? Why is it dumb?
Because physics would take them away down the river,
You-
like full on.
Well, physics also says we shouldn't be standing on the water.
We have magic. They haven't had magic cast on
So
them.
magic is cool, but physics has
Then
to
have a wizard cast magic on them. We have to
Man.
fight a wizard too.
Oh, come on, John. Be a
You
little
know.
more flexible.
This isn't the spiders get water walk. cave.
Remember when you and me talked about being a little more flexible like a couple of weeks ago at work?
Yeah,
Come on.
probably. But this is not a fucking. This is fucking.
No.
We've defended ourselves against that.
It is. Yeah, okay, so maybe they just have to stand on the
That's
land
like
and
saying
shoot
I
webs.
want to cast a big fireball and do damage as a DM. So that spell and ward you cast, it doesn't work. No. Baz, your spell that was perfect, by the way, it
This
doesn't
is-
work. You have
This
to
is
fight these
not the
spiders
same
anyway.
fucking thing at all.
That's exactly what that does.
Get the fuck out. No, it's not.
From my perspective, that
Your
is what that
perspective
does.
is a little grumpy. It's a little grumpy.
I'm
That's all I'm
just saying.
saying. Yeah.
If I were running it, I would not they would not try to get to you because there's water there. They would go the other
you
way.
haven't even done anything. We haven't done anything to them. Maybe they won't.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
They
fucking
may not.
let some things happen before you
Just
get mad
let
about
it play
I
out first.
get it. I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying what I think should happen. If he has them fight us in the water, I think that's a bad call. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, because they will be moving slower. It's bad for spiders. Spiders shouldn't fight in the water, but if these do, we're at an advantage. So
No, I'm
take the
saying doing
advantage.
it is just a bad DM call. You argue against combat for the sake of combat, and you're arguing for this?
You don't know what's coming after this.
No, what I'm saying,
I don't
like,
either.
us being able to circumvent it with the spell is the cool part about it.
I agree.
That they can't even get to us. That's what I think is why he should do it as a DM.
I get it.
I don't know what he's going to do.
I get it.
That's where I'm arguing from.
Just enjoy the ride, baby.
Like, if we fight them, I'm not afraid of fucking fighting spiders by no means.
I know you're not afraid of it.
But I also like taking out a fucking DM's combat without having to do it.
Well,
because that's a flex.
Maybe that's gonna happen. So let's just see. We will.
I know. Well, I fucking can't see until Austin gets back. So
He's
I'm just
pooping, man. Like
he's allowed to poop. I'm not mad. I'm just talking about it.
I just don't want you to be mad.
No, he can do what he wants. I just think it would be a bad call. That's all I'm saying.
Your opinion has been
because physics wise, to me, that would make no sense that in like a 3 to 4 foot deep river that they could fight spiders.
Oh my goodness!
Because they don't have the mass of a bear. They take up the same space.
How
was
your poop, Austin? Was it a good poop?
Yeah, it was.
Everything come out okay?
It was.
I'm happy for you, buddy.
So it was a good BM for a DM?
he does his BM in the PM. Yes.
While BMing, he listens to Run DMC?
Yes.
Sorry, honest thought of initials here.
He really
on FM radio.
It doesn't run DMC.
It doesn't rhyme, I know.
Fucking BMing. You don't want the runs.
But what if it was a tricky BM?
I see what you did there.
One of those ones where you just wipe and wipe and wipe, and it's like you're wiping a marker. Why they deleted that scene is beyond me.
What scene?
It's from Parks when Andy and April go to the doctor. He tells the doctor he wipes like 100 times and it's still poo, and he's like he's wiping a marker.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Was that like a blooper or an original?
It was I don't know. I think it was improv that got cut.
Oh, it ended up getting cut. Okay.
Some of his improvs were
awesome.
Crazy. All right, so this is what you guys see.
The heavily wooded area. All right.
Yeah, you see some big looking spiders with some small to medium sized spiders around them.
Okay.
In webs, and some of them are chilling, doing what fucking spiders do.
All right.
And obviously, these paths aren't here. This is the path that you're going. You guys, I mean, you can kind of put yourself on here where you want to. You guys can be back here if you wanted to.
Well, the plan was for Hunter to throw that flaming spear in there, and he's got to be within 60 feet, so we'll get up to 60 feet.
Yeah.
We're on a river, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And they're not in the river, are they?
The river goes, no, they're sort of over the river, and the spider web goes over the path. The river, unfortunately, goes underground at its path.
He's just using this.
So we have to get out of the river at this point, is what you're saying.
At some point, I mean, yeah, I don't have a map. Like, let's say,
well, like, You gotta
no,
give me a better idea.
No, you're fine. You're asking good questions.
Because you don't want it to feel like you're just adjusting it for your favor.
no. So
That,
we'll say
that's
this actual path
like-
is the path, and you guys, the river was kind of going along it, but it goes underground, right there.
Oh, okay. I see.
Right. So
Okay. I follow what you're saying now.
it kind of, the river follows the path, but then it kind of does go underground, and then right here, this is where there's rock face. I mean, like honestly, if you guys like, it's
I
not a
gotcha.
leap to say that it almost looks like they're guarding the path.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I would say we try to burn them out. We stay here.
Yeah. I mean, I say we take advantage of this water walkability that we have.
Yeah.
While we have it, we move up. Hunter throws the shit somewhere. Well, that's not right. Somewhere like here, and we see what happens. So
I'm just gonna. I'll give you guys a round of a surprise round,
yeah.
and then we're gonna roll initiative.
Yeah. So we'll move up to where we had to be.
Where?
It was like to about here, I think.
Yeah.
To what?
So he can cast Flaming Sphere. He's got to be within 60
Oh,
feet.
okay. Okay.
Annette, I think Annette's gonna start off with her bow drawn.
What did you say you want to roll for initiative?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am having a shit rolls.
I didn't.
8.
Yeah, you got awesome.
Hey, at 8th level, you can make yours better if you so choose. Actually, since it's a surprise round, I may as well take a shot at somebody. Since the
Yeah,
surprise
you
round
guys
kind of
are-
all happens at the same time.
Like you guys are. I mean, you guys aren't. You guys are walking on top of the water, so you're not really right.
Right.
But the water is below the passageway, and they're not. I mean,
Is
Yeah.
Austin where like so over here? Is there still like a is it still elevated, or is it back to like level with the water, the floor?
no, it gets level with the water
Okay.
about right here. So that doesn't make any sense. That's a block. I need to freehand. Right here. It's kind of where it goes under,
Okay.
and it gets level.
Okay. So like back where we are, like back here, will we have to climb up a little bit if we were to just want to go?
It's like a 4. It's just 4 feet
Okay.
up.
Cool. That cost you maybe an extra square movement, but that's cool. I can dig that. Okay. Tux, do you have range?
Not really, no.
Okay. So do you want to hang back with us and let them? Let's see. I'm gonna.
He's just gonna.
I'm gonna
let
shoot
them come to
because
us.
why the fuck not?
Actually,
Yeah.
I think they'd be a little bit more like that because
Um,
I'm going to make it.
can I borrow that hand crossbow?
Yeah. Totally.
Talk.
Yeah. Yeah. You may as well.
Take that.
This is like Chewie tossing a hand, the bowcaster.
Right.
Except much smaller.
Yep. Oh, that was so fun.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Such a good movie.
So, surprise round, you got an advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as soon as Hunter, as soon as I know his, I want my arrow. We want our arrows to hit right at the same time. That
Oh, I
flaming
didn't
sphere
record y'all. Tux, what was your initiative?
8.
8.
You need to have the spiders initiative as well because that determines whether or not we have advantage against them on our turns.
Annette, it's your turn.
I had a 31. Okay. Well, I can't imagine any of them beat a 31. So I'm going to shoot at fucking purple. 'Cause
Hunter, what'd you get?
6.
6. Jesus.
Yeah.
Where is their shit?
Nope, that plus 13 will get you somewhere with initiative there, Adam.
Well, I mean, I rolled rolled an 18. So even if I didn't have all that extra shit, it would have been, what, a 23?
Yeah.
Which I still would have been extremely happy with. But yeah.
A ridiculous initiative build.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fucking shit. Well, we looked up initiative builds that one day. That was fun. What did we say?
Yeah.
We'd get to like a plus 30 somehow?
Something, yeah.
Which is
Oh,
just
God.
stupid and funny and broken.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you just don't roll.
Oh.
No one's getting better than you.
Right,
ever.
but I think it costs like spell slots or something.
Yeah. I think it did.
And you needed like the... Oh, shit.
Adam's house is on fire, guys. Don't
It's not.
no
I
biggie.
forgot I put that back in.
worry. Don't lie to us.
Title
No.
of your sex tape.
You also need like the perfect party composition too. But that's irrelevant right now. So looks like you're gonna be rolling straight up, John, unless one of that last spider's got lower than you.
Yeah.
But the good news is the flaming sphere is gonna go off before they get to go anyway, so that's the important part.
No, that's it.
Okay. Alright.
I'm
Well,
gonna go.
let me know when you're ready, and I'll fire off this short bow.
Yeah, go for it. You shooting at purple?
Yep.
Okay.
So with advantage because of the thing. Oh wait, it didn't do the advantage thing. So let me roll it again. 27. So close. That hit.
27 definitely hits.
Yeah.
They do not
17.
have plate mail armor. For,
17 damage to purple. Thanks, sneak attack.
Oh, man. All right. Purple got 17.
Yep. John, do you have the range to hit from there?
How far are we away?
You are like, well, you could
With
shoot at red
disadvantage.
from 40 feet.
With disadvantage, yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing nothing. I'm probably just gonna draw my sword and be ready to go. But I figured, depending on what happens, I mean, I guess I can shoot with disadvantage.
That doesn't seem right, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I used roll 20 to roll, and it gave me a 0. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, I did that on one of the rolls last week. It was weird.
All right, here I am. What'd I miss?
Not here.
Oh.
All right, so you hit purple. Next up is Tux.
I guess he'll take a shot with this hand crossbow at red with disadvantage.
Okay.
You can move.
Oh no, I don't want to.
Okay.
Don't let them come to us. We're trying to light them up. I'm not.
I agree.
Don't give bad ideas. That's fucking stupid. There's no need to do that. And when DMs do that, that's always annoying.
He's grumpy.
He is grumpy. Have you jerked off lately? Maybe you should
Well,
like
don't get multiple times every day. You leave it alone.
bump up those numbers or something. I don't know.
Come on.
Now, are you
What?
doing it to yourself or other people? Is that what you're counting?
Count either way.
Because if that's what you're counting, you're doing it wrong.
That's a 16 to hit.
16 hit.
Call it what you want.
Nice.
3 points of damage.
Attaboy.
Minimum damage.
Attaboy.
Hits. You got you got him.
Damage is damage, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
It's their turn.
That's
Wait,
just
I
to
don't-
lure him in.
Hunter's
Oh
got
no, it's Hunter.
his
Hunter.
thing.
Go for
Yeah, I was
it.
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say, I don't
surprise round.
Yeah, Hunter definitely has a surprise right
Casting the flaming
yeah.
spear.
So put that fireball thing back, Austin, that you had. It's a 2x2 square, 10 feet.
Yep, right in the middle.
Yeah, somewhere in there. There you go.
now. Head turn. That's fine. Something like that, or what?
Move it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Over those three.
yeah, sure. It's fine. That's actually a great spot for it to be in, because maybe it'll drive
They
them
keep
away
them
from
back.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing happens right now.
All right. They have to end their turn and then they take the damage, right?
Right.
All right. Oh, that's funny. Annette. It's your
Okay.
turn again.
You know what? I may as well shoot again at purple. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Wait, no,
What?
that's wrong. Something should have happened just then. Or at the top of the round.
What? Webs burning?
The webs would have started to burn, which would have done a d6 damage to purple and whoever the fireball's on top of.
Yeah, that.
And that's just the webs burn at a
Um,
d6 at a rate of 1 area per round. So they might have even at the top of the round, they
Well-
would have gotten to
Well, no, hang on.
And
At wet,
purple would take multiple.
wait, like so with web, like because that's just what I pulled up. It burns away in one round. So I would say anything it's on, yeah. And then every round it gets bigger.
That's what I'm saying. At the top of the round, which would be
Right.
at the end of his turn, it would then encapsulate this next area of squares, which would mean 4 squares of purple is covered.
Right, but what I'm saying is that shouldn't happen until boss's turn.
Oh, I would burn that at the top of the round because
Yeah.
that's an environmental thing. not a-
I mean, like I said, I pulled up
Does
web because that's
make
the
sense?
best way I have to
But yeah,
go
that's
web.
if someone had cast web.
Right,
go on
but
the turn.
it's the. I
These are
mean,
webs that they made, so they'd be an environmental thing. That's why I would say top. But
it's
whatever-
whenever the
whatever
fuck you want to do it,
Austin
Austin.
wants to do.
Whatever's easiest for you.
Right. So,
It's either so you tell us because it'll be more damage.
so the fireball. I mean, it says the flaming fireball casts, and it's there on them. But animals or whatever doesn't take damage until the end of its turn, right?
That
Right.
This is not.
This is
this
separate.
not the spell.
Okay.
But
This
yeah,
is separate.
it doesn't damage them until the end of their spell, right?
No, so they are in webbing, which when the fireball ignites,
Right.
starts the webs to burn.
Which makes sense because webs don't have turns and webs aren't in an order and they can't take them at the end of its turn.
They start
Yeah.
to turn, which would then give a D6 damage to
It's
this guy here
2d4.
and purple.
Right, which makes sense because it cast it and they're in the web, and then we went to the top of the order.
And the top of the round, typically the fire spreads in the webbing, so it would go to this next
Right.
rectangle of squares, which would give a lot more damage to purple.
Well,
and
which would
D6
which
on
would
the
make
orange.
sense if he had cast it and then things happened, but he literally just cast it, and it's Ned's turn. So
What? Hey, Austin, what will
Well,
help?
we still need to do damage for those first two squares.
No, that's for sure. So you said it's
2d4 for flaming webs. And what'll help Austin to track this is I would say every time on Boz's turn, put a 5-foot aura on the. Well, that won't even fucking help.
The only reason I say not to track it on Boz's turn is because it goes, because his turn, everybody's turns happening at the same time.
So
His
that's,
initiative just
so
came
just like
after
how when you
everybody
do
else.
with the dragon, it has its layer effects. That happens at the beginning of every turn. So
That's
why
why I'm saying it would burn there.
yeah,
not
that's why
later.
yeah. That's
The
what
spell
it
burns at the end of the spider's rounds, but that's completely different.
Right. So yeah, at the top of the turn, this thing grows by 5 on the thing, right? Essentially, is what we're saying.
Yeah. Every round, it's 5 more feet.
Right, but once it's gone past something, the thing.
Yeah, they don't take damage every round. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
So
we rolled damage, and I got damage, and so we're gonna give damage to purple and to blue. Blue's taking 6, and purple's taking another 6. And now it's Annette's turn.
I rolled an 11 to hit. I don't think that hits.
Nope, 11 does not hit anything.
That'll do it for me.
All right, now it's these guys' turn. This one moves over here. This guy moves over here. This one's gonna move back up here. This one's gonna come over here. They all kind of jitter around a little bit.
Cool.
And so that's the end of their turn. So what's the damage for this thing when these guys leave this area?
Purple and blues take damage because they're still within 5 feet of it, right?
Right, but they have movement if you wanted to move them further.
They would move until they were no longer
Right.
in pain. So they move. So let's say move there, but purple and blue still take damage because they. Oh no, it's only when they end it if they're in it, right?
Right. So
within 5 feet.
nobody takes damage right now.
That's
that
what
thing,
I'm saying. Hand was off the chess piece. He gets stuck.
Dude, come on.
And then
Come
let's just go on. I'm fine with that. And then, but Boz can move this thing at the end of it after his turn.
Right. He can move it as a bonus action whenever,
Right.
at any point during his turn. Yes.
Right. All right. And it's now Tux's turn.
Tux is gonna stay pat and see how this works.
So is Tux gonna hold,
I mean,
or do you
he'll
want to fire?
He'll fire another shot at
Yeah. Do it.
Rev. Let me see something. So he will. Yeah, he'll move up 1 square, and he's going to fire a shot. And that's a 18 to hit.
To that end.
for 5 points of damage.
Cool. That's not nothing. Hunter, it's your turn.
Okay, so
Okay,
it
shit
says
from range.
I can not only move the fireball, but I can throw it at an animal, one of these creatures, and then I have
You
to make
can
it
run it into
a
creatures.
saving
yes.
throw.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay,
I like that.
then in that case, do you guys think it'd be best to start with the little ones or the big ones?
It's your call. Red's taking a bit of damage, as has purple.
Okay.
I would go where you can get 2 of them.
Yeah. Then let me move it over here to right there.
Yeah, that should make purple and green have to.
Make it a saving throw.
Yep.
So this thing has an area effect of if something touches, if it's still in its square.
Yeah, like.
If it's within 5 feet of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I can move it 30 feet.
Right.
Okay. And you can move it. It's move. All you guys can move. I gave you. all-
Okay. Cool.
All right. So what? I roll a save.
Yeah. Dex save.
On both of them.
Yep.
For purple, which is this one. Ooh, not great. And then this one. A 4 and a 14. Purple got a 4, green got a 14.
Not gonna get done.
No, it's a 16.
Yep.
All right, how much damage they take?
Roll 3d6, boss.
Ooh.
Is it 3 or 2?
I think it's
He
2d6.
upcast it. You cast it as a 3rd level unless you meant to cast it as a 2nd.
No,
In which case,
third.
Okay. Then yeah. 3d6.
3d6. 16.
Nice. Good roll.
nice fucking roll, yeah.
Okay, and I still have my turn, right? Because that was a bonus.
Right.
You
You. All you can do is do cantrips or physical attacks.
No, because he didn't cast
Oh,
it.
that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I can do my
You could
Eldritch
do-
Blast.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that's a cantrip, but you can cast a spell too if you want. If you want
Correct.
to cast
I was incorrect.
What other spells? I don't know.
I also have
If you have
Entangle.
any non-concentration? That's a concentration.
Concentration, yeah.
Yep. So
Let's see.
you have a lot of.
There's-
That's the bad part about Druid. That a lot of them are concentration.
Yeah, there's not really a good one you can do. Other than that, like we can drop fairy fire on them here soon if we want to.
They're so
Yeah.
Through a
spread
net.
out. Yeah. I mean, I can definitely do that. They're just so spread out now.
I know, I agree.
We yeah,
we can wait. We can wait on that
Your
for sure.
Eldritch Blast is certainly in play.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a lot of spell slots for healing words, so
Then you said we've already attacked red.
Red's
Yeah.
taking a bit of damage. Yeah.
Okay, then let me shoot at red.
Cool. Nice.
22. 10.
Nice. You get a second. You get 2 beams.
So what does this look like for you? Didn't we say it was like Iron Man hands?
No, Iron Man through the chest,
Iron Man chest.
like a badass Care Bear.
The Unibeam. Oh, that's right.
Right.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
We went Care Bears there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Roll to hit him again, Boz.
Yeah. Hit it.
Okay.
Yeah. You get 2.
Yeah,
My
you
bad.
get 2 shots. You're good. Ooh.
Hey.
Hang on. No, wait. Oh yeah. My bad. Yep, that sucks. I thought that was another damage roll. Still, good round.
Yeah,
26 points of damage. Nothing to sneeze at.
I'll
hell
take it.
yeah.
So, did you roll to hit again, or did you roll damage twice?
No, he rolled
No,
the hit.
I rolled the hit.
He rolled a 3 + 5 for an 8.
Got you. Yeah, which obviously doesn't hit. So the 10. So I like this kind of stuff. So this is a pitch black cave, a pitch black tunnel that has probably been pitch black for a very long time. Suddenly, there is this fireball erupting inside the tunnel, and it's casting crazy shadows behind you guys. Like, you can see it, but there's like stalactites and stalagmites, right? There's columns. There's a bunch of weird shit, and basically everything is in that like there's one light source from the center, and it's casting crazy shadows, and then this motherfucker down here is just blasting shit, and it's bright. It's blindingly bright. Like it doesn't hurt you guys or anything. Obviously, it's just
Right.
really bright, and he's just like I just love that.
It's like you get that view from around the corner, like in a cartoon, where it's like you just see the shadows doing all the shit.
Yeah, and like Hunter is just raining hellfire down on these guys.
Do these spiders run away
Well,
from the sight
I don't know
of
yet.
this terror?
That I don't know yet. Let's see. What's Tux? Hunter just did that, and you got 10 damage on red, right?
Yes.
Well, he doesn't run away because he's dead.
Nice.
Nice.
He basically just perished, and like he does that weird thing that insects do, kind of puffs. There's a
Yeah,
puff.
but I shot a hole through him, and there's like a glowing hole ember around the ring circle in it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's bad. All right, so now we're going to the top of the effect, which the web continues to burn.
Yep.
And that was a what was that? A 2d6?
2d4.
2d4. And is it just around the blast, or is it where the blast was?
So it's where the blast was, which I think I'm gonna move this real quick, which I think was like here, so it'd be another
That's right.
5 feet.
Yeah, so it's pretty much all of these guys, purple, green, orange, and blue would all be taking some of that.
I think yellow might as well. Like, can hang on. I can do this. Here, do this. Save settings. It'd be so it's yeah, okay, maybe not. Yellow wouldn't then. Yeah, you're good.
All right.
And then I'll move this. Was this was here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So red's dead.
Oh, but blue would take it too. Because it was here.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. That well, because I mean, you gotta remember. I mean, it's not necessarily following the blast. It's where
Right,
the blast
it's just
was.
burning up.
But the blast, if you moved it, which you did, that would
Right.
also ignite that too,
Oh, yeah, that's fair. You're
right? So
I'm-
if you
that's
moved
fine
it,
by me.
It would. Yeah, it would
Yeah,
start to
It's
burn.
it's
once
burning that
you-
too because I'm treating this as a layer action essentially, but it's
Yeah.
sort of a layer action of the web that is being fucked with by Hunter with this fire.
cool.
That's why it's going at the top,
Works
and
for me.
it's traveling with this thing. So they're all gonna just take 5 damage, which isn't much, but it's not damage they're used to fucking taking. I'll tell you that. We got 6, and then
Well, like me when I'm running it, like that purple one, he would take that 5 damage 3 times. Because 3 of those squares that just ignited were on him. So I make each square deal 5 damage, if that makes sense.
that's
You don't have to do that, but that's how I do it.
I haven't
unless
run.
it's,
I haven't
unless it's
run.
the gelatinous cube, which just almost kills your character.
What?
Unless it's a gelatinous cube, which just almost kills your character, and you can't do anything inside.
Wasn't
Yeah,
that
but
no, that was a
yeah.
black pudding, wasn't it? That John almost ate shit too.
No, I'm saying when he was running it,
No.
Oh.
we fought that gelatinous cube stuff.
Yeah, I
Oh.
did the gelatinous cubes and the
That was-
oozes in that dungeon.
Yeah, that
Like, that was Austin's character then.
yeah, man, that was
Yeah.
rough. That was not fucking easy because you're swinging, but you're swinging inside goo. That was frustrating.
Why
And it's
am I
burning
dripping
you
with
for a lot
goo?
of acid damage every round.
Okay, so now it is Annette's turn.
Well, since they're back there taking fire damage, I'm gonna stay put and I'm gonna shoot at blue this time,
Nice.
just because he's closest. And it's probably tough to see through all the fire. 15.
To hit, yeah, that hits.
No sneak attack, so it is 8 damage.
8 to blue.
Yep. This is not my forte of high damage dealing, so I'm just gonna.
So
keep
how'd you kill
peppering.
blue?
Oh, I shot an arrow right through his fucking tiny spider mouth.
Through his slightly charred.
His tiny
Uh,
mandibles.
Cool. All right, so now it's the spider's turn. This one is going to take another step back. This one takes a step back, but these guys, let me. What is there? Oh, that wow, really? Okay, that's interesting. He's gonna move there. He's saying, "Fuck this shit. This is not comfortable." They're not crazy about this. Oh well, no.
I wonder if
Yeah, he's gonna come right
if
here.
he cooked spider if it would taste good.
So when I'm measuring this, I'm gonna measure from the front square or from the back square.
You measure
measure
from
from the front.
whatever square you measure from. You put that square where your arrow landed.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So just treat it like a 5-foot space and just bring the other
He's
3
going up
along with it.
there, and then he's also going down. So these guys, these front ones, they are off of the web because the web has been burned up there.
Sure.
These ones move back and are still in a web.
Yeah, I kind of assumed this whole thing was filled with web until you told us otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, basically everything in front of it,
Yeah.
the web's been burnt up, but the web is still back here.
And so was this area web free when we started, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
So they're moving, and that's their movement speed. And then let's see, what is this? Can this guy do fight web range attack?
Good gravy.
So yeah, they can definitely see you guys now because we got Care Bear, Iron Man back there flashing. So these ones up here can see. And let's see,
Ironheart.
Lionel.
Can they even get you?
Ryan fart.
Well, they just moved too. Don't forget that. I don't know what their movement things are because I don't fucking know
It's
them.
not great. Off of a web, it's not fantastic.
Well,
Oh, no,
yeah.
he-
What I was saying is it'd be a double move then, right? Though.
Oh no. This one is actually just able to move just there. He
Okay.
has a little bigger movement speed, but it doesn't matter. He can still hit you.
Is that you?
Hey, John.
Yeah, I'm here.
AJ Brown just got traded to the Eagles.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. What did we give for it?
They switched draft picks, so they moved up in the draft and took a receiver from
Hey,
Alabama.
Hey, Tuck.
Is that all we got was moved up?
And
Hey, Tuck.
yeah. And I don't know about the
We gotta
further
take it down
details,
this year.
but yeah.
Where did we take him at?
At 18,
Above
Eight?
what's
We moved up, what, 10 picks?
maybe, yeah.
Oh,
You got an
Oh,
Arkansas
God.
receiver named Burks, Traylon Burks.
That's who I wanted the Packers to get.
Are you guys done?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So any more draft updates?
I don't know. This is pretty dramatic and
they-
fucking affecting me a lot right now, Austin.
Hey,
you can fuck off.
John, if it makes you feel any better, his pro comparison is AJ Brown. Moving on.
So are you? This is funny.
Sorry.
When I checked, Tux, you have to make he shot some web at you, and you have to make a save.
Yep.
Hey Tux, give me a strength save.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Which I thought was funny that Tux is making it. I mean, what is like,
11.
Oh no, buddy!
dude?
Oh no!
Wow, that's not
Bummer.
Wow. No, you failed.
Okay. That's fine.
You are now restrained by the webbing.
Oh no!
Okay. How does that read? Do I need to use a, do I get to break out of it at the end of my next turn? Or can I use an action on my turn to break out of it?
As an action, it says as an action.
Okay.
You can do it. You can do a strength check. So,
I'm gonna try something else and see what you say as a DM.
Does it say anything about cutting them free?
It does.
What does it say?
Yes, you can use
like,
your action to cut them free.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So that's all they can do. Now it's Tux's turn.
Tux is going to use his bonus action to get real big. And does that burst them off?
Absolutely, it would.
Okay.
I like
There's
that.
no way
That's-
it's not going to burst them off.
If not, I'll use my action with advantage on that strength check this time. But
and roll a 4 and a 5.
I know, right?
Like these webs are holding you, and you grow, and like just the growing of it, like just shreds.
Apache
Yeah,
Chief.
Absolutely. And you're no longer restrained at all.
Yeah, and I
And,
can totally get there.
For sure.
So we're gonna get right up in Big Dog's face here, and I'm gonna take my first shot, my first swing with Great Weapon Master. He's getting up there. This thing sprayed him with web. He didn't like it. He bursts out of it and he goes up there. He's gonna take Great Weapon Master swing from the start, and that's gonna be a 12.
12 doesn't hit.
12 doesn't hit. Okay. So he's gonna take. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. Great Weapon Master again. Fucking 11's definitely not gonna get it down to
Oh,
misses.
damn. You've gone cold, buddy.
I have.
Well, I mean, it's fucking dark. He's got some webbing on him. He broke through it. I mean, the web isn't restraining him or hindering him at all. But it's a little gunky. Maybe he doesn't like the gunk. And,
Yeah.
Not having advantage
Leftover
Doesn't-
residue.
doesn't help.
Mm-mm.
That hurts the most.
Yeah. So Tux, now Hunter, it's your turn.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna be moving the fire. Actually, you know what? I'll keep it there. So,
You don't want to ram it
yeah, just like ram it back into them again.
to the back guys?
No, to the same two.
So, like, move it down, like to... Oh, sorry, Austin.
No,
Well,
but
you
like
could probably
there?
get all of them there. No, you don't want it there. Hell no.
Well, I don't know. Move
I don't
wherever
think
you
you.
want.
I don't think you can get all of it because I think if you ram it down, it's gonna stop. Because it says something about it stopping when it makes contact. Must make this, and the spear stops moving. So like you can move it there and get purple and green.
Okay.
Like you can't roll it over a guy. You
Yeah.
can roll it into them. It says.
But yeah, we don't
Yeah,
want it
that's what I
right
was
up
doing.
next to
Yeah.
Tux is
Yeah.
the big thing. If it gets right next to him, he takes damage.
Well,
Yeah.
where is Tux?
He's down here.
he's the
but
big-
he's
And
good.
don't they,
He's fine there.
When you ram it into them, don't they make a deck save to see if they
Yes.
have what to
Yes.
do with it?
Yep.
Yeah. So we've got one of these guys. Dex. 8.
Nope.
And 10.
Nope.
All right. So give me some damage.
Okay, so what am I rolling?
3d6.
3d6. How many spell slots do you have for that?
That just costs 1 total.
Because isn't he upcasting it to get 3?
Oh, it costs him 1/3 level spell slot.
1/3 level spell slot.
Okay. And you're
And it's a
keeping track.
concentration based spell, so until he takes damage, it stays active for like a minute.
Yep.
That's handy. So we've got 12 days. 12 damage. That's much.
That's
much
still
worse than
still pretty good.
12. No, fuck. That's really good. I mean,
On each of them, yeah.
it doesn't really. I mean, honestly, no matter what you're fighting or what level you're at, consistent 10 damage in rounds that knocks shit down pretty fast.
Well, I'm doubling down and shooting purple.
So purple is we got 12, and then green is dead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you guys are fucking picking them off.
Okay, 11 to hit purple.
Yeah, love doesn't hit.
Okay, try it again.
There you go.
22 hits.
7.
7 damage to purple. Purple.
That's
Purple
good.
takes all hits. Mm.
Come on, Annette, you get sneak attack now.
Well, I'm gonna.
Give me my cat.
That's what I'm just saying. You get it now.
What is this?
Well, yeah, but I think I'm gonna do it in a different fashion. All right, here I go. I'm going to move up to here.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Who just hit purple?
I did.
Tell me how you kill it.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I had to do some quick math, but yes, you killed it. He's dead.
My Care Bear stare goes right to the head and just melts the head.
Nice.
Nice.
Head
Very
melted.
cool. All right. So that hunter. So now we're back to the fireball. Did you want to move? Because you moved the fireball
It's where it is.
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
And
He
then-
couldn't move it any further.
So, and now it's Hunter's turn, right?
No, that was
No.
his turn.
That was my turn.
To move,
It's Annette's
So
turn.
now we're back to Annette.
Okay, so Annette's going to. I believe that this is 35 feet for me to get here. Yeah. I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna go there. Yeah, I'll go there, and I'm gonna swing at this guy. I use my bonus action to dash, so that's how I got the extra movement. And I'm gonna take one swing at this this orange guy. 17.
17 hits.
Okay, and then we are at maybe 46. Sorry, didn't have my dice out. 46 plus 6. 21 points of damage to orange.
Tell me how you absolutely. How much damage to orange?
What I say? 21. Yeah,
Tell
21.
Tell me how you absolutely obliterate orange.
So she's coming in at a pretty high speed because she used her extra movement. So she's coming in pretty fast. I like to think there was like a baseball slide, and then just up under the chin with the short sword.
All right. Yeah. Well, you slice and dice. All right. Now it's the two big spiders. And they. How am I going to do this? They
Charge
move.
through or run away.
They move backward. No. They're not interested in running through a ball of fucking fire that burns them in the web and is just a huge ball of fucking
Well, their
fire.
webs in front of them are also going to continuously burn.
The webs are on
Until
fire.
there's-
Right, yes. So not
until
only
there's-
are their webs actively on fire, but there's a actual
So-
fireball flaming into shit. So these two go their full movement speed back, and that's what I'm trying to figure out how to do. Like
Why don't you just drag everything down,
that's a bit.
or
Well, this.
expand? I was gonna say expand the. Put the map back.
It doesn't
Expand
work
it.
so well. It doesn't work so well going up.
No. Put the map back. Austin, go to the page settings and make the entire board bigger.
It doesn't. I don't know.
Austin, like here's what I would do. I would make a call to the DM. Either they're gonna run or they're gonna charge.
No, I'm telling. I've
He
already-
is.
I've
So
already
they're
told
running.
them.
Then take us out of rounds. Say they run away.
Yeah. No. Okay. So no. That's essentially. That's kind of what I was. Yeah.
They
Essentially,
run away.
they run, but they kind of run up, but they run away, and they're very far away. And I kind of want to say, if you guys move the fire towards them, they will run away from the fire. And as you guys walk, they are keeping their distance. You can
They're not
kind
like
of. They're not
closed
actually
crevices
that
and
even.
cracks in the walls that they.
It's not that big for them, but they're going up, and then they're kind of just keeping their distance. You can see them, and then as you guys if you, I mean, if they went very high up, and you could move the fireball above you, would you guys walk through? What do you? I mean, what
I
do you
don't
guys
think
do?
you can move the fireball up.
Yeah,
It
no.
rolls on the ground.
Yep.
So
All right. Well, you guys could stay near it, I guess.
yeah,
I
we
mean,
we just follow it and let it bulldoze our way through.
so
And
I mean,
then
yeah, that would actually burn away the web too. So you
yeah,
guys,
we can just
web's actually it has vulnerability to fire.
right.
So
So I'd say we
as
just
you
follow
guys
this thing and let it burn up as all
as
the
you guys
webs.
tentatively take your first like few steps, and the fire burns the web in front of you, you guys are keeping track of these two spiders, and they are not moving to follow. They don't move to follow you guys. You can see them like 100 feet away, and they are not moving, and they are like they're not interested.
They don't ever get caught up in any burning webs as
No,
the
well,
fucking
I mean,
tunnel's basically raging at a certain point.
they're just running away from it, and eventually you guys can't even see them. And if the web, as the web continues to burn, because it will continue to burn like rope, right?
Yeah.
You can't even see them anymore because they're not on the web, and the web is slowly burning as you have this visceral fire in front of you, burning even the thickest webs in front of you.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. So you successfully killed a bunch of spiders and scared the other ones off because they decided not to run through a ball of fire to get to these spider murdering people in front of them. I mean, sorry, they're not. They might have seemed like guardians, but they didn't have that. They didn't have the will to die for nothing. Um.
Yay!
I have that one.
So you guys walk, and then eventually you get to a part that is no longer. There's no real evidence of webs anymore, and like maybe about a quarter of a mile, once you get after you pass the fighting area, the path that you guys are on looks much more traveled.
Okay. Can we check for tracks again?
Yeah,
Just to see what we might be dealing with?
you're checking for tracks. You said?
Track, yeah. Footprints. 14.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the rest of you guys want to do anything? Give me some perception checks.
I mean, we can do perception. If that's what
15.
if you want perception out of people.
I know just slightly more than a net.
18.
There you go.
I mean, it's you guys can't get too much, but you can obviously see that there are fresher prints, and it looks like some people have occasionally walk down to this area and then to kind of turn back. It's not.
Can we,
No signs of any traps or pressure plates in this area now that we know what to look for.
Yeah, you guys are keeping your eyes out for that. Now you guys kind of know the oval shape that they kind of dug into the granite and covered with the dirt that's on there, but you don't see any.
was there a, I don't know if I know from the 14, but do you see any, excuse me, any of those like heavy footprints you talked about?
All the footprints look heavy like that.
All they okay, they all look like that. Okay.
Yeah.
They're just fresher up here.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like someone was probably maybe walked the day before.
I wonder if like people came through here and then like maybe they didn't want to fuck with the spiders, so like that's why on this side of that it's fresher. I mean, I don't know why they're down here in the first place, but like maybe the spiders were keeping them from the side we entered from. I don't know. Just throwing out stuff. Shall we keep moving? You guys got it?
Yeah.
Does it? As long as we don't get any reason to think.
I mean, John's got a little web on him. Or Texas has a little.
Like the thing
And then-
I'm most worried about here is if we run into people we shouldn't be down here, and we don't know who we're going to run into. So I say right now the biggest thing we need to look for signs of is who is it that's been down here recently. If
Yeah.
people have been down here recently, we need to look for bodies, people. If we hear noise, we need to investigate it so we can find out if
Sure.
the red sashes are here.
If
and
we
found their hideout.
if we hear like voices or something, I'll stealth up there, or we could send Boz's familiar, and because he can see and hear
Yeah.
through its eyes,
Yeah.
right?
Boz,
Its
do you
eyes
need
and
to
ears.
dip out at 9:30?
Yeah, I was gonna start saying I need to start dipping out soon.
You wanna
You just end it here.
call it here?
It's up to you guys. You guys can carry on my character for another 30 minutes if you want to.
No.
Well, I mean, if we're going to be exploring this, we need you here for that.
Yeah, we're
'Cause
gonna-
especially if your familiar's running ahead to scout.
Right.
All right, so this is what happens. You guys walk for a ways, being very cautious, as John said, taking all precautions, looking for traps. Eventually, I know, right? Eventually, as you guys are sort of walking, you can tell that the path starts to go up, and up ahead, you can see a torch that's lit, and you can see what looks like all the world, a guard half asleep, sitting right next to it, half asleep.
Okay.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
So
Nice.
two guards,
Just one,
half asleep.
One
one guard half asleep, sitting next to the
Human?
torch. You can't really tell. Definitely
Oh, sitting
humanoid.
next to a torch.
Humanoid.
and he hasn't spotted us yet.
He's half asleep. I know he's kind of dozed. I mean, essentially, he's on Instagram. Like he's just
Okay.
chilling.
He's like,
So he's got a bottle of wine and he's
like,
staring at the wall
retweet.
singing Sweet
Mm.
Yeah, he's
Maria.
just chilling, guarding fucking nothing because nothing fucking happens down here. So he's just chilling.
So he's
I
streaming
killed
ye old
another
MySpace.
Right.
today.
No, yeah, that's what he's doing.
He's watching Dude Perfect videos on YouTube. All right.